where should like this cohort of new people who graduate or are studying now, where should they be focusing in terms of AI intelligence?
I would say to focus on a problem to solve versus focusing on the technology tool, right? So find a problem that someone's willing to pay to have solved, right? But think of it as a valuable problem. It's a lesson I had to learn in grad school, right? In grad school, we were solving these very hard, difficult problems, but they were not necessarily valuable ones. They were not necessarily, you're solving a theorem that's been sitting around for 30 years, but no one necessarily wanted to pay you to solve that theorem.
Yeah.
Right? But if you go into a business and an enterprise, like, okay, what problems do you have that I can solve that will be valuable to you? And it's usually around helping a business increase revenue or decrease expenses, right? And that way you're delivering an ROI. Right? You look at the work I do in technology, as you mentioned, I've been doing it for a long time, but I don't do a lot of work around consumer technology, right? It's a very big space, very important space. That's not my specialty. What I tend to understand is give me a business and let me find a problem within that business that I can write software to solve for them. And I tend to think about that across 3 layers. No matter what kind of business you are, a healthcare business or a manufacturing business, there's 3 things that most businesses have in common. One is they have a layer of infrastructure, right? You have data, you have compute, you have networking, you have software, you have a layer of IT infrastructure. Then another thing that most businesses have in common is the next layer is finance or the money, right? The money has to move. You have to pay bills, you have to get your account receivables, you have to pay payroll. And so there's a layer of finance in every business. And then lastly, you have people. And you need to care for and optimize your people. So you have training, you have upskilling, you have health tech, healthcare. And so I tend to spend my time looking at those 3 layers within a business and finding problems to solve and seeing how software is disrupting things within there. So in IT infrastructure, this shift from cloud to AI to agentic, I mean, it is uncovering lots of opportunities to go build companies to help businesses understand that and manage that, scale that, secure that. Right, cybersecurity is an industry that's still hundreds of billions of dollars and it's been around for 20 or 30 years. Right, it is the gift that keeps giving in many ways because every time there's a new platform, the cyber criminals will spend their days and nights trying to figure out how to break it, and so that creates lots of opportunities. To your point, for the next generation of entrepreneurs. When you look at finance, what's happening now? Open banking, the globalization's creating this need for cross-border payments. There's this need for embedded finance. There's a saying that every software company is ultimately a fintech. Every software company needs to move money around. And so embedded finance is a huge area that we spend time. And then lastly, software around the people. As AI disrupts many things, you have to decide, well, how do you deal with your workforce? How do you upskill? How do you retrain? How do you deal with health tech? I mean, we look at healthcare in this country. It's a $4 trillion industry.
Yeah.
And there's lots of inefficiencies there, right? And so there's room for improvement around healthcare. And so I tend to say, don't go focus first on the technology. Focus on going to find a problem that you can solve. Go find one customer, solve it for, and then another, and then another. And that's when you have a business. That's when you start to have repeatable, recurring revenue.